yes, Doctor Who fans, it's that time of the month again, where we must review and capitulate to the gratification of the written word via this tome, which I'm sure you'll appreciate and enjoy. By the way, a big thank you to Andy Cole for this miracle. A true tool of time and space. Well, as in its usefulness, that is. Anyway, here's the magazine. My tribute to Toby Hadoke, and no moths will ever eat this Doctor Who scarf, I can guarantee you that. And of course the comedy hat. Right, so, what shall we say? Oh, hello Doctor Who fans, the usual thing, introduction-wise. And, oh, by the way, it's getting colder. So we must keep snug in our TARDISes this month onwards as the nights grow in. However, because we're stoical, we can brave such vicissitudes bravely without any recourse to panic or, fear. Anyway, the Star Beast. That's one of the 3 new episodes of the 60th anniversary. And who's on the cover? Boop the Moop! Or Beep the Meep. Alright. Some of you love this character on this comic. Fine, anyway. The content. Well, Miriam Margolis, of course, is the voice of Boop. So that would be fun. And this features today, well, I suppose that's one to start really without all the paraphernalia, with the letter from the showrunner, Russell T, mentioning about 3 specific dates, November the 1st, November the 17th, November the 23rd. Of course, they won't air any of the episodes on those dates, but those are key dates for things that are happening around the world of Doctor Who, which I can surmise, guess, and speculate as being notable for various reasons. We've all heard of them. The matter of the BBC iPlayer releasing the classic episodes, which I think is the 1st November, so that's that date covered. Although there's some controversy about an unearthly child being shown on that selection of episodes, or shall we say selection, that composite of episodes, which is going to be obviously the whole catalogue, but minus an unearthly child. What's that all about? If you can fill me in, let me know. I mean, I know about it a little bit, but anyway. And the other dates, November the 17th and November. I wonder if they're going to show a colorized version of November the 23rd of a black and white. I mean, I'm just guessing here. I don't know, because obviously there's other dates are a bit, sketchy about what's going on. It doesn't actually say what they are. But it's curious, isn't it? It could be about, hopefully, a colorized episode being shown on the 23rd, a black and white. And how ironic if they can't show an unearthly child on the iPlayer, if they can show on the main channel, I wonder. Anyway, strange. But I'm just speculation. It's pure speculation. I don't know for sure. Right. I didn't realise that Shooty Gatmore is on the cover of Elle magazine, by the way. That'll be an interesting read. I think I can get that from the shop where I live locally, so it's worth probably purchasing just for his comments alone on that, maybe. And usually you find with these magazines, especially these fashion magazines, that they tend to reduce the prices of them. I mean, Vogue, for example, I've got a few of those things, and they usually, I think, about $3.99. I remember they always reduce them to £2. It's dead cheap to buy them if you like reading about fashion. Anyway, a big feature on Miriam Margolis regarding Beep the Meep, but of course Tom Baker wanted her as a companion, as we all know, back in the day, back in the 70s and early 80s, perhaps. Right, spin-offs. Well, I think we're talking about here about origins of these stories. Blink and Dalek, Human Nature, and all always come from books or from big Finnish audios. Which are the majority of things, really. So everybody plagiarizes, don't you think? Right. Fraser Hines, delving into his past with his encyclopedic knowledge of his era, which he has. Very good. The Beast Unleashed, of course, this talks about that new Doctor Who type confidential program being on after every story is shown, so that'll be interesting to read the background about that. And of course the host of that show is on there. There's a good one I read about the effective VT manager or visual effects person on Doctor Who. Good origin story about him. In fact, very interesting. So it's worth a read for that alone. 60 years, 60 objects. Again, I like the Chris Achilleos article there about the Dalek story. I've always liked that cover. Always loved the cover. And of course, the Mondasian Cyberman costume remakes in 2017 for twice. No, the Doctor Falls, wasn't it? Yeah. Right. And of course, the usual comic strip, which I'm sure you all love. And but I noticed a good article on Susan Foreman's of interest about her developments after she left the show, i.e. the character I'm talking about, not Caroline Ford in this case. What happened to the character herself? That's an interesting read. I think Caroline Ford makes comments on that too, so it's worth a read for that. And lastly, next week's magazine, of course, is is going to be the new show premiering. So that's worth the buy for next week. Ooh, right. So get yourself a copy, Doctor Who fans. Get yourself a comedy hat like me and a scarf and start to watch Doctor Who next month. We all love Doctor Who. In fact, shall I wear the comedy hat? Yes, I shall. Yay! And the comedy scarf. Eat your heart out, Toby, hey dog. I've got it covered this time, mate. Where's me Sonic? Yeah.